Welcome to Federal Uncovered, the channel where we dive deep into the world of federal law enforcement and uncover the opportunities you didn't even know existed. Today, we're exploring the newly created federal enforcement officer position with the U.S. Marshals Service, a role that could be your foot in the door to an exciting career in federal law enforcement. So, what exactly does a federal enforcement officer do? This role is essential to the operations of the U.S. Marshals Service, focusing on courtroom security, prisoner management, and supporting critical judicial processes. Let's break it down. Court security. Federal enforcement officers ensure the safety of court officials, attorneys, jurors, witnesses, and other participants during arraignments, hearings, and trials. They provide personal protection inside courtrooms and federal buildings, maintaining order and security at all times. Prisoner management. They oversee cell block operations, ensuring discipline and the safekeeping of detainees. This includes searching, restraining, and even administering basic medical interventions when necessary. Inmate transportation. Officers are responsible for moving inmates safely and securely. Whether it's transferring detainees to and from holding cells, coordinating with detention facilities, or handling airlifts and medical transports, federal enforcement officers are always on the move. Protective services. These officers participate in protective details for court officials, jurors, witnesses, and other key individuals. They may serve as vehicle operators for transport or provide static security at residences or buildings housing protected individuals. Executing legal process. Researching and verifying the location of legal process recipients is another critical task. Federal enforcement officers work alongside Deputy U.S. Marshals to safely and effectively execute the service of process. First, go to USAJobs.gov, the official website for federal government jobs. Next, type FEO in the search bar to find current job listings for the federal enforcement officer role. Once you find a position, review the listing carefully to ensure you meet the qualifications and understand the requirements. Then, create or update your USA Jobs profile, upload your resume, and submit your application directly on the site. Now, at the moment, I believe they aren't hiring, but definitely keep checking periodically. These announcements usually have a very limited window and tend to close quickly once they reach the maximum number of applicants. The U.S. Marshals Service, USMS, offers career opportunities for federal enforcement officers, FEOs, at various entry levels, primarily within the GL pay scale, which is tailored for federal law enforcement positions. The typical hiring grades for FEOs are GL5, GL7, and GL9. Advancement beyond these grades transitions into the general schedule, GS, pay scale, with GS11 being a common progression point. After gaining experience and meeting performance criteria, FEOs may advance to the GS11 level and beyond. At this stage, officers assume greater leadership roles and engage in high-level planning and execution of USMS missions. It's important to note that while the GL pay scale covers grades 3 through 10, the USMS typically hires FEOs starting at GL5 and above, based on qualifications and agency needs. Salaries within these grades are adjusted according to locality pay tables to account for regional cost of living differences. Now that you have a better understanding of the pay scale, whether you're coming in at the GL5, 7, or 9 level, or eventually moving up to GS11, you might be wondering, what comes next? Well, once you're hired as a federal enforcement officer with the U.S. Marshals Service, the journey is just beginning. All new FEOs are required to attend the Federal Enforcement Officer Training Program, a rigorous multi-month academy held at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, or FLETC, located in Glynco, Georgia. That's about halfway between Savannah and Jacksonville, so if you're imagining southern heat and humidity, you're on the right track. This isn't your average orientation. It's intense. The program is taught by both FLETC instructors and seasoned U.S. Marshals Service personnel, covering everything from legal training and courtroom procedures to firearms proficiency, surveillance, and high-threat trial security. You'll train in control tactics, search and seizure, prisoner restraint, and officer survival, basically everything you'll need to be mission-ready in real-world situations. And before you even set foot on that training ground, you'll need to pass the USMS Physical Efficiency Battery, or PEB, a fitness test that measures your strength, endurance, and overall readiness. And trust me, it's no joke. The training is physically demanding from day one, so showing up in top physical condition isn't just recommended, it's necessary. During training, expect daily runs, obstacle courses, intense calisthenics, and long hours in the Georgia heat. Hydration, conditioning, and mental toughness are key. You'll also be tested academically and practically throughout the program. Failures aren't taken lightly, and every trainee is expected to meet the high standards set by the USMS. Housing is provided, either in dorms on base or, if needed, at a local hotel. And you'll be fed 3 times a day, 7 days a week. You can bring your personal vehicle, and transportation is also provided for training and off-hours activities. Family and friends are welcome to visit, but they won't be allowed to stay on base. Look, I understand that pursuing a career in federal law enforcement is particularly challenging right now. The recent establishment of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, by President Trump, with Elon Musk at the helm, has introduced significant changes aimed at streamlining government operations. These efforts have led to substantial budget cuts and restructuring within various federal agencies, impacting hiring practices and operational protocols. In these rapidly evolving times, staying informed and adaptable is crucial. While the landscape of federal law enforcement is shifting, opportunities still exist for those who are prepared and persistent. Continuously updating your knowledge, honing your skills, staying tuned to my channel here at Federal Uncovered, and remaining vigilant for new openings will position you well to navigate this dynamic environment. Remember, dedication and resilience are key to achieving your career aspirations, even amidst uncertainty. With that being said, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch. Your support and engagement mean the world to me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next video.